Welcome to Crafty Hints. I'm Chantel. Happy Easter! I'm going to do some bunny DIYs today, and later I'll tell you about a bunny collab. So let's get to our first one. I started out with this sign from the Dollar Tree, and it has a little bit of a gray tint, so I gave it a coat of plaster. Then I went into Cricut Design Space and found these rolled pattern flowers, and you can definitely do it with your fingers. And I apologize for mine because you can see I was getting into that plaster, moving that bunny around. I apologize. So you just want to get that rolling. You don't have to have that special tool. I practiced with a couple with my fingers and also use these tools. I can also leave a link below. Jennifer Maker has some great ones on her site as well. I think I'll be doing a few of these in the future to show you. But one thing I did learn from my first try going through is to probably not try to fluff out the flower as you go. Just roll it up and then go back and fluff later. But I did see that she does this as well. She'll take part of the flower and then have petals separate. So I thought this might be a good way to go. They aren't very difficult. You can just roll them up tight. I was just trying to give them a little bit more character. So you can just roll it away, but wanted to show you another way of doing it. Then it has a little flap. You just glue on the bottom and there you go. Don't these kind of remind you of the solo wood flowers? Now, those are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but if they're not in your budget and you have cardstock on hand, why not go to these, right? So this was another design, and for the most part, I just rolled it up and at the end started to flip them out a little bit. One thing I learned later when I went back and was doing a little more looking, these petals that they have separately, they're made so that you can bend it at the bottom. I thought they were kind of meant to slide on. Nope. They're meant so it gives it a little bit of a give, and you can bend the flowers in the center and glue them in the center before you attach them. But just use a pen or something to roll them around to give them a little more character. Now I took some greenery and I'm just wrapping it to make a little wreath for my bunny's head. I think we've all seen the pretty little flower wreaths that some wear on your head during springtime. I thought, wouldn't that be adorable to go on this bunny? And as you can see, that plaster gave it a better hue instead of that darker gray undertone it had. So I just got that manipulated and twisted together until I was happy. And I made one tinier yellow flower and then the other yellow one that you saw. And I'm just gluing those on. I decided that I would center them to the right. And just a little bit of hot glue will attach them. In my extra wreath, I tucked it over the edge of the sign. I was debating how to do that. Did I want a full ring around the back, which you could do as you like. Then I thought, I need another little pop of color. So I took these flowers that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree. Or, well, they're in my stash, but I know I've seen ones like them at the Dollar Tree if they weren't from there. And I just snipped off little pieces. And just attaching those in. I think that's a wonderful accent, don't you? All right, now I took some tumbling tower blocks and just stacked them on top of each other and glued them to give it a little bit of support from the back. In the middle, I decided, let me flip them sideways and glue them that way. Gave it a little more support. How adorable is this? Oh, I love how she turned out. Isn't she pretty? Perfect accent for your Easter decor. You're enjoying these. I do hope that you'll like and give me a comment on what your favorite is. And don't forget to subscribe. All right, here's that bunny collab I was telling you about. I have all these friends from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, Rustic and Lace, Krista's Crafty Life, and Mama Can Make It. So down below, there's going to be a playlist. You just click on it and it'll take you from one video right down to the next, and you'll be able to enjoy. I started out with these pom-poms. I had a few from the Dollar Tree and a few that I had gotten at Michael's. I think that Dollar Tree did have some bigger ones this year, but couldn't find them. So what I'm going to do is take these medium-sized pom-poms and just squish them down. I want to make some cute little bunny feet. So by putting some glue on there and pinching it at the end, it'll make it more of like a pointed oval. So just keep pushing that together and gluing it until you form what looks like a good little paw or foot to you. Just takes a little bit of finessing. And I did this to 2 pom-poms because, of course, he has 2 little feet. Okay, now I cut one of these big pom-poms in half, and then I separated that in half again. And I wanted to make the bunny ears. I just wanted that fur to match the body. So if you clip through that center, though, you're going to lose how it holds the pom-pom together. So it's going to take some glue and a little bit of finagling there to get that all in a bunny ear. So again, just gluing and twisting until you make the shape that you want. So pretty easy. If you had something else to make those ears, you know, if you wanted to use felt, if you wanted to use other pom-poms you had, you know, your imagination's your only limit. Now I'm going to just work on positioning this. It's going to be my bunny from behind. And if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of fur. I kind of toyed with it, putting some fur behind the ears, but was thinking, you know, normally you're going to see those ears from behind and not see a lot of other fur or anything like that. And then as you see little areas that maybe are just poking out a little bit more than you want them to, just trim them off. You could use this little bunny shape for so many different things, but I'm going to make some little tag signs. All right, just positioning those little bunny feet, you know, kind of out to the sides a little bit. Super simple, right? These are easy, quick DIYs that'll help decorate your home for Easter. It's coming up on us pretty quick. I hope spring is too. My goodness, where I'm at, we've had about 85 inches of snow up here in Minnesota. Last time I checked, it was 8th. I think we've jumped to like 5th most snow ever up here. So, all right, I painted those in some Waverly chalk paint. You could use acrylic paint. And after I gave them a once over, I just added a little bit of the celery. So just gave it, you know, just a little bit of a darker shade. And so I could do just a little bit of shading on this. So it's just not a flat wood looking thing. So I painted that around the edges. And then I just made some little lines coming in from the sides, like a carrot would. And then, you know, kind of curve a couple little curves in the center, just giving it the characteristics of a carrot. Just some tiny little lines. And then I use that celery to just make the stem of that carrot. You could, again, blend a couple different greens together. You could use some yarn off the ends if you want some longer carrots. And I decided this time to make it look like, because these look like chalkboard tags, I'm just using a white paint pen and writing Easter Bunny, stop here, please. I think I would have probably gone with please stop here, but gosh, I was crafting up till late. And so I think that's how I would word it. Okay, so we're going to put the bunny here and then some carrots over on the other tag to just make a fun little decoration that maybe you could put next to the Easter baskets waiting for the Easter bunny to fill them. Oh, I think this turned out so cute. I think I might even go back and add a bow to it, but I was kind of going pretty simple and ended up just gluing these together. I got this design at designbundles.com, and oh my goodness, it had so many more details than I expected. And I do run into a snafu, but I'm pretty transparent, so I want to show you that Fresh Daily and those vintage candies right there, not gonna make it. When I go and pull this down, it had a little hiccup. So that's okay. Crafting isn't perfect, and I was happy with the way it turned out. So rubbed the rest of this down, and as you can see, my little jelly beans and lines are a little wiggly there, but that's okay. I will fix it. Not a big deal. So I just pull off my transfer tape. But I did want to show you, that you can make a more detailed sign. It just takes a little bit of patience sometimes. And straighten out those lines, but we're good to go. And I think this is adorable. I think it looks like a sign you picked up from Kirkland's or Hobby Lobby or wherever. Now, another tip is to check out Michael's right now a lot of them still have Christmas items, and it's 75 to 90% off. That's where I got this ribbon. But I'll continue to use it all year long. And so I ran this across the top and the bottom. And just made sure it was evenly spaced. And then I'll also go along the sides. Oh, I do love this fine little tipped glue gun. I picked it up at Walmart. It was under $10. So handy to just have a little amount of glue. And I snipped this off with enough to wrap around the back. Now I'm just taking my little tool and just poking it there at about 1/2 inch in. And then I will take the edge of my ribbon and I will just match. I was trying to decide, where do I want in the center? I decided the edge of my ribbon would be best for where I line up that ribbon at that 1/2 inch mark. That made it pretty close to what the top and the bottom were, just a little bit further in. And I ran out of craft paper. I need to get some more to cover up the back of this sign. But fold this over, and then you can also put a hanger on the back. Now, if you're enjoying these DIYs, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. And also subscribe and hit that bell so it lets you know when I upload something new. How cute is this? I started out undoing this twine, and I just wanted one strand to go around this pail. I got this, well, it was in my stash, so I've had it for a little bit, but I just saw some at the Dollar Tree that even have an Easter print on them. So if you'd like that, you could definitely pick one up there. They also have some different colors in with their birthday and party supplies. So I just glued that around the top, took my lighter around it to get the little furries off of it. So pretty simple so far. Just a little hot glue. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that collab that I'm in, I'll have a playlist below as well as linking the host and our co-host. So you'll want to check them out because they have tremendous content. All right, we're just finishing this up. Now I took some Excelsior. It's kind of like a seagrass, I think. Got it at the Dollar Tree. It looks more like real grass. I got this carrot garland. Now this is what I'm recreating, this little bunny bucket that I made last year. You'll have to tell me which one you like better. I thought if you don't find the plastic bunny egg that I used last year, I did see them just the other day, but if you don't find those, here's another way to do it. Also, I got that rosemary greenery at Walmart. But you could use any greenery for the top if you want, or some raffia, whatever you'd like. Just make your own little carrot top. But the reason I did this is you don't need a whole carrot. You know, crafty hint, be a little frugal here or there. I don't need the whole carrot. That's going to be hidden down in there. I liked my top just a little bit better, but it's going to be tucked down in here, so you're not even going to see it. So now I'll just flip this over, use the bottom as my top, because not all carrots are the same size anyways, right? So I end up using 2 carrots and cut them in half. Super simple. Tuck this all in there and just scatter them around in your bucket. Now I took 2 larger pom-poms from the Dollar Tree and I glued them together. This is going to be my bunny body. So that just took a minute. Make sure they're adhered well. Then I took this bunny ornament. Gosh, that didn't look great, did it? Anyways, I need his ears. All right, clipped that off. Now I'm going to take that automotive towel that you've seen me use in the past if you watch my videos. I love it. It's so nice and furry. Last video, I made a chick and a bunny out of it, if you didn't catch that. So I'll be linking some videos at the end if you want to catch up with all of my Easter videos. So I'm just trimming this out. I'm going to just adhere it with a little bit of hot glue, just wrapping it around here so that I have some bunny ears. Pretty simple, just continuing to tuck around, glue it down as you get all those little indentions of the bunny's ear. Now I apologize, my lighting was just a little bit, while I was crafting I didn't see it, but I did brighten this up just a little bit on my video, so I apologize. Okay, just continue to tuck it around until you're happy. You could also, if you don't have the bunny ornament, you could use some felt, maybe some pipe cleaners. There's always things you can substitute. You never need exactly what I have. So I'm going to tuck those in there. Then I ended up, once I was happy with it, I glued it to there. Now I've got a little pom-pom, glued one on each side. And then I use a teeny tiny pom-pom for his tail. You could also use cotton balls. Again, your imagination is your only limit. All right. And you can pull those a little bit closer to the edge. And here he is. How adorable is he? digging in there for those carrots. Whew, carrots are gonna be flying. There's the other one. You'll have to let me know again, which one did you think was cuter? I love crafts that make you smile. I took those two wooden ornaments, painted one ballet slipper and one in plaster. And I also did another one of those Cricut paper spirals, and I just sat there and twisted it with my fingers. I did unroll it at first because I had twisted it off camera. I'm like, oh goodness, I should probably show you. All I'm going to do is roll this one up. I'm not going to fiddle with it at all. I'm just going to twist it tight and glue the little flap down. There it is. It's as simple as that. And that will give me a little paper flower. I just love that deep burgundy plum color. And then I just took my Cricut and I did make my niece and nephew's name. And these are going to be Easter basket tags so that you can just slip this over the handle. But you could also handwrite this. I thought about handwriting it on this one, but I really like, this is the Raustila font. You can also find that one at dafont.com. Now I'll give this bunny just a little collar. Super easy. I'm just gluing some ribbon right around him. I don't think any of these were too hard. Made a little bow to go at the end of his little collar. And then you just want to take your lighter and go across the ends of this so that it doesn't start to fray. Because some of this ribbon, you know, it'll just start to unravel a bit. So if you take that real quick on the ends, you're good to go. Just melts it just enough. And now I'm just going to make a loop. And you will see, I kind of take this back and forth, trying to figure out which way we'll put the knot on the right side. You know, sometimes you craft late in the evening and the brain isn't totally there. Yep, here we go, back and forth. There we go. I think I've just about got it. There we are. And I think this is a little bit longer than you probably need it. I'm not sure how tall their baskets are, if they're going to do it from the top of the handle on the side. So I gave them a little extra length. They can always pull on the knot on the back and make it just a little bit tighter. Now, these are beads from the Dollar Tree, and some of them have a little bit of paint in the inside. So just push something through there. And here it is, just hanging off one of those extra buckets to show you. This one, I'm just going to double the ribbon to make a pretty little collar for this sweet little pink bunny. I just love that ballet slipper. It's not a boom in your face pink. It's a nice soft pink. Hopefully they like them too, but again, you could use any sort of flower you'd like. I had just cut out some extras when I was doing another project and thought, oh, that'll be cute for this bunny. And I think that nice plum color goes well. Again, I apologize for that lighting though. I like to give you the true colors of what everything is, and it may not be showing up that pretty color that it was. So just bring these around, trim them down, and you're good to go for the collar. All right, let's put our flower on there. Just a dab of glue will do. I do want to take another moment to welcome all of my newer subscribers and say a special thank you to the subscribers that have been with me for so long. I truly appreciate each of you, and I do hope that you know how special you are to me. I just truly from the bottom of my heart, and I also appreciate your sweet, kind words. Here they are. I hope that you've enjoyed them. Thank you so very much for watching. Please don't forget to click on that playlist below and subscribe to those awesome crafting ladies. Have a blessed day and take some time for you to craft.